You know, I just want to say something right now. It's getting real ridiculous in Washington. Right now, with this voter suppression policies that are going on, it's another form of, that's all it is, voter suppression. And I just want to ask everybody, do you feel like we have an emergency in Washington? Now, I'm not telling anybody to vote for anybody based on my assumptions. But I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't vote for Mitt Romney with my enemies vote. I'm going to tell you. And I believe, I agree with a lot of the things Ron Paul is saying. Do you know how many people are unemployed in America? Do you see that Congress, the 112th Congress led by House Speaker John Boehner, is the worst Congress in the history of America? They won't even sign a jobs bill. You have over 23 million people who are unemployed. You have 50 million people, 50 million who are uninsured. You have to remember, these laws that these people are trying to pass, these politicians they're being paid for by big business and special interest groups. We're voting for people like these people in Congress and these presidential candidates who don't care anything about the middle class or the poor. Look at some of the things that they're standing for. Look what they're trying to. Do you think it's right for anybody to want to cut policemen and firefighters in cities that are as dangerous as Chicago, where there are almost 40 to 30 people shot every weekend and there are over 20 killed every weekend? Places that are extremely dangerous, like Detroit, Michigan, with all the murder and high crime rate, and places that are dangerous, like New Orleans, certain sections of Louisiana, with extremely high, in this bigger city. Do you think it's right? You have to remember, these people want to pass these laws and do all this cutting. But you have not seen any one of them volunteer to give back any of their salary. Now, John Boehner, the House Speaker, makes about $230,000 a year. The Minority Leader, Mitch McConnell, and Harry Reid too, make about 190. What about Eric Cantor, the Majority Leader? Hell, he make about 195,000 a year. You have to remember, these people live in gated communities. The laws that they're passing will not affect them at all because they're extremely rich. And a lot of them have stock in these healthcare companies and all different kind of companies through insider trading and information. Remember, that's why Obama passed that law. These people are darn near need to be locked up. They're a disgrace. You have to remember, we went into a country because of these, and the Democrats are no better, some of them. We went into a country and stayed there 10 years. There's tens of thousands of people who are dead on account of the previous administration. Both Democrats and Republicans are responsible for that. Now, I'm not just singling out one party, but we need to be wiser when we vote. I'm not going to vote for anybody who want to cut funding for children's school lunches, cutting policemen as dangerous as it is out here with extremely high crime rates. I hope everybody pray and vote. I mean, this is extremely dangerous. With this crazy philosophy that I have, we're going to cut funding to and cut Social Security and Medicare, something that my parents and grandparents worked all their lives, 30 and 40 years. Hell, nobody gave them anything, and nobody want no handout, nobody want no welfare or that. Sign a bill to put people back to work. You understand? Most politicians are as full of crap as a constipated elephant. And I'm going to tell you, pray and vote. Like I said, I understand Ron Paul. I understand Obama. I'd like to see them two go at it. Because Mitt Romney, you can't believe one word come out of Mitt Romney's mouth. You got to understand, flip-flopping is just another term for lying. That's it. It's disgraceful. And it's a shame the way they're treating Americans. Sorry, I don't mean to get so emotional, but I see they got whites against blacks, against Spanish. And they're the cause. It's not the people at the bottom, they're the cause. So do your research on these people and vote. But I know one thing, Congress, the 112th Congress, they need to take a 15% pay cut. God bless you all.